everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Madhita Manohar and today's video is all about the most frequently asked questions for your F1 visa interview. So I recently posted my F1 visa experience. I'm going to be linking that here. If you haven't watched it, you can click on that and watch it. And after that video, so many people have texted me asking a lot of questions about how to answer specific questions. I have narrowed it down to around 5 questions and I will be answering them for you. And here's a disclaimer, I'm not going to be giving you all straight up answers to the questions, but I'm going to help you all and give you a guideline to follow to formulate your answer specific to your course and to how you are and you as a person. So yeah, if you're looking for straight up answers, this is not the video for you. But if you're looking for help and guidance, then this is the perfect video for you, because I have put in extensive research before I could go and give my F1 visa interview. So yeah, without any further rambling, let's just get started. The first and the most annoying question for me was why USA, because I spent so many nights over this particular question. Initially, I wanted to speak about how it's always been my dream and how I wanted to study in US, but that did not really sit well because it didn't speak very strongly for me. It's very generic and that's not what we want, right? Because we have very less time to tell them that we're extremely passionate about going there and studying, and our purpose there is to only study. So you need to make sure that your answers convince them in a very short amount of time. So here are 2 tips that I can give you for why USA. The first one being, please keep your answer very specific. For example, I'm doing my Masters of Science in Business Intelligence and Analytics, and this is not available in India yet. So we have an MBA in India, but we don't have an MSc, and that is why I always wanted technical and managerial aspects from one course. And that is why I chose USA, because it's available in USA. And to add on, USA is #1 when it comes to business analytics. So that made my point stronger, that made my answer stronger. And also USA, like, this is a point you could mention if you want to, because USA is that one country that really teaches you practical over theory. Like, you have and you gain a lot of practical knowledge over theoretical knowledge, which will definitely help you in the longer run. And this was my answer. This is why I chose USA. So as I was saying, there are 2 things. Do not keep your answer very generic. Make sure it's very specific to your course, your passion, and how USA can help you gain or attain that position in your life. And secondly, you can speak about how USA emphasizes on practical knowledge over just theoretical knowledge, which can overall help you develop as a person. Moving on, the second question, why that particular university? Now this is again very tricky. You can go about answering this question in multiple ways, but this is something I chose, and this is what I would suggest y'all to do if y'all wish to. So the first thing being, I researched my college website. I went through the entire website. I went through my specific course curriculum, and I picked up a few courses that were very interesting to me and something that was not available elsewhere. So what I would suggest you all to do is go to the like 3 colleges that you've got admitted into and just go through their course curriculum and check. Okay, so you will have a few similar courses, or you will have a few courses that are named otherwise. You'll just have difference of naming, but the course outcome would be the same. So you need to put in a lot of time and efforts into this, but you need to go and check, and this is one way of going through with this. Okay, so check the courses. And for example, I had one specific course that was not available in the other colleges that I got admitted into, and that is why I picked Stevens. And how I can help you in this question is, you can pick up that one course that is perfect for you, that resonates with you, and that is not available elsewhere, and just speak about that course to your visa officer and explain that this course is this course has so and so outcome, and this is what I expect to learn from this course, and this is why I have fallen in love with the college and I would definitely want to study here. Or you have a second approach. You can pick up the your professors. You can choose your professors, and you can research a bit about them, and if any of their researches or any of what they have done so far really interests you or piques your interest, that is also your advantage. So you can talk to your professor, and you can also mention that in your visa interview and say that this kind of professor is someone I would love to work under because they have so and so experience, and it kind of resonates with what I I would want to, and that is why I want to go to the specific university, and I've also spoken to the professor regarding the same. So this is how you can answer your, why that specific university. But here are some things that you need to keep in mind. You cannot give generic answers here as well. You need to make sure that you speak for you, like something that is only for you. And also do not just speak ranks, because when you just speak ranks, it actually never makes sense, because any person would know the ranking of a specific college if you just open Google, like just Google say what's the rank of Stevens, and according to US News you get so and so rank. But that does not show that you have researched about it, and that just shows that you're going there because you got it and you just want to do it. So you don't want to put out that impression. So just do your bit of research and make sure you just don't blatantly give out numbers, but you have one strong point to why you want to go and join that specific university. This is a bonus third point, like I kept it in my mind but I did not really use it. So the third point is you can always attend these admission webinars that are now happening. I think it happens in most colleges, where they brief you about specific courses, you're introduced to your professors, and a lot of this happens. So you can speak about that as well and see that when I attended these webinars, I fell in love with the staff, the course, the curriculum, the teaching, and just everything that this college has to offer to me, and that is why I picked up this. But again, the third point is just if you are not going to put in any efforts into your answer, but I would highly suggest you go for the first one and pick up that specific course that works for you. That will work wonders. That will just instantly tell your officer that you are really passionate about the specific course and you want to do it. So the third question is the most tricky question, and I had to put in a lot of thoughts into this as well. What would you do post your masters? This one question can either help you get your visa or also contribute to the rejection of your visa. I cannot give you all the answer for this, nor can I actually speak my answer because it's personal. But what I would like to suggest you all to do is, there are two things. Please show strong ties to the country, and also just make sure that your course curriculum and what you studied in your masters is going to be utilized and implemented post your masters, okay? And yeah, this is like the only answer I can give you all to why and what would your plans be post masters. Just show strong ties to the country, and if you fail to do so, you get rejected. Okay, so just remember that if you fail to show strong ties to the country, you get a reject. And how could you show strong ties to the country is your immovable assets. Please do not play the sympathy card as much, because when you do that, it kind of puts them off. So be very upfront and honest about it. So yeah, that's the most I can help you with this question. This totally depends on you, and maybe I can help you out in person. So if you all have anything, just DM me on my Instagram and tell me your situation, so I could try helping you out personally when it comes to this. Straight up on YouTube, I don't think I can help you all. So yeah, let's move on to the fourth question. Who will be funding you? And here is where you need to play very smart again. Honestly, what I felt was, when I was asked this question, in my experience, what you could do is you can say that if your family is funding you, or if you have a scholarship, or if you've taken a bank loan, mention that first. Always ensure to mention your scholarship. Then if you have an educational loan, mention that loan of how much, the loan and this much loan. Or if you're not taking a loan and if you have to get family funded, then what you could do is just mention that my family is sponsoring so much, and you could, if you want, you could mention the people in your family who are sponsoring you, or you could just say my family is sponsoring me with a total funds of so much, and an immovable assets worth this much CR, or whatever, how much ever you have. But just mention that you have immovable assets and you have your liquid assets. Ensure that you have sufficient to pay your first year fee. So your liquid funds should be sufficient to pay your first year fee, and your whatever, like your accommodation and everything, like it should support you for one whole year. And for the second year, you could definitely show it in immovable asset. Immovable, you could show a lot of your properties, your lands, the house you stay in, and all of this needs to be evaluated. So you definitely need a CA certificate for it. A CA certificate is nothing but a certificate that is given by your chartered accountant, which will speak your finances, and it's a financial summary. So this is something you'll have to talk to your chartered accountant and figure it out. Anyways, the fifth and the final question is, do you have any prior experience to the course you're doing? This is something I was actually asked. I was asked if I had any experience or if I had any previous maybe courses that I have done with my specific course in masters, which I fortunately did and I mentioned. And here are my 2 points for you all. Okay, first thing being, if you have any experience, that be it work experience or if you've studied that specific course, mention that yes, you have experience and you studied that specific course, and also mention that the unique selling point of that course for you. Okay, so for me it was data analytics, and I was always fascinated about data science and data analytics, which is why I specified that, you know, I loved how the world moved on into, you know, just like not working on assumptions anymore and moving on to facts and data. And that is why data analytics is something that went well with me, and I wanted to do my business analytics because you are implementing data analytics and also gaining managerial aspects and managerial skills, which is a win-win for me. And that was my answer. So that's why I would highly suggest you take 1 point from your previous experience or your course and link it to your you know, your master's course. So in rare cases where you're actually switching from one course to the other, here it's pretty tricky to answer, but here you need to give them a small backstory to what made you choose this. Okay, like you can't just be like, oh you know, it's booming right now, computer science is, you know, it's the course in the market, everybody's taking it and it's going to pay me really well, so I want to do it. No, you need to give them a specific answer to why you liked that course and why you want to do that course. So yeah, that's that. Like, that's how you answer your answer your questions. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to tell you all one thing, guys. You at any point need to speak only for yourself, and you need to put in extensive research into your answers. You need to be well prepped for your answers. I'm not asking you to by heart the answers, but you cannot go there you know, just like blank and unprepared. But when you go there unprepared, you're going to take a lot of time to think and answer. Instead, go there with a few points, for which I will be making another video about, you know, like 5 to 7 tips that I, you know, used to get through my US visa experience and my interview, and it was really smooth. So I'm going to be linking it up. You know, it's going to be in the description box, it's going to be pinned in the comment section. So if you haven't watched it, you can watch it, or you could even check the comment section if you're watching it way later than when I upload this. I would have uploaded a financial, you know, the document checklist, everything about the finances, and also about you know, the tips that you need to crack your US visa interview. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope I could help you all in any which way. You can hit me up on my Instagram. The, you know, handle is right here. It's vandita.manohar. Very simple. Just text me over there or drop down comments. Like this video if you liked it already. Share it with your friends and family or anybody you think is moving to the US and yeah, is in the situation where he or she needs to get the visa. I think this can help them definitely. And also, yeah, do let me know if this video helped you all, because if you tell me it helped you all, I will be motivated to make more of these videos. And whatever I mentioned in this video is my experience. I am not an expert in this, but this is what I did, and this is what I was guided to do. So here's what I am doing. I'm just sharing it with you all. Yeah, with that being said, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the tiny bell icon next to it so you're notified every time I upload a new video, which is gonna be like back to back. I'm on, you know, I'm like really fired up to upload videos. So yeah, I'll see you guys very soon in my next one. Stay safe and bye bye. Hey, Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey, put the chopper on the nigga, turn him to a sprinter.